I already have to tell you that a couple days later, they're all beginning to blend, or some, I should say, the candidates are beginning to blend together. I'm speaking about some of these relatively anonymized white males out there. A lot of them just seem to me to appear as if they were actors playing presidential candidates in a made-for-TV or direct to DVD science fiction movie or something. I don't know. They don't seem real to me. I mean, John Hickenlooper, look, anybody who's ever been young at a circa 1970 church social and had to look in the eyes of an elder saying, you young people don't realize what that rock and roll is doing to your soul, has looked into the eyes of John Hickenlooper. I think we've seen enough of John Hickenlooper as we need to see in this lifetime, and we can probably move on. Jay Inslee is a different story. You know, he did pretty well, and even though his climate plan isn't bold enough, I'm glad he's pushing the topic. There's something vaguely unsettling about him to me, but the glasses make me feel calmer about him. In terms of the other people that are being described as minor candidates, I gotta say, I think Marianne Williamson is adding a lot to the palette of the conversation, so I hope she sticks around. I don't know if she will. John Delaney, I mean, come on, John Delaney spent his millions to get into Congress, spent more of his millions to get on the stage. He's had his money's worth. He's had his 15 minutes of fame. Now, John, it's time for you to move on. Tim Ryan, you know, I've interviewed Tim Ryan. I kind of liked him, actually. There was an interview about his support for meditation, but I don't like the guy he's trying to be now, making fun of Bernie for yelling as if there isn't enough to yell about in this world, because we all know there is. So we'll be right back after this. In my opening monologue, I talked about the anonymous white male candidates and also threw in a comment about Marianne Williamson, who is obviously not a male, but is considered one of the sort of not leading candidates. And as I said, I hope she sticks around. But what about the people who were considered leading candidates? Well, you know, you've heard everybody's commentary, but I might as well give you mine as long as we're here, and I'll try to make it painless. Of course, everybody still says the front runner is Joe Biden, and Joe Biden has a choice of personas he can pull from, and you know, there's white collar Joe, which is okay, it's fine, you know, that's if that's what you want to be. And by the way, I'm not talking about Joe Biden's policies, I'm talking about how he might campaign. There's kind of feisty, you kids today, get off my lawn with your socialism, Joe, which I don't think is the way to go. But that's what he's doing more and more. And then there's the persona I call Unity Joe, capital U, capital J. And Unity Joe is the only one I think that can win. And Unity Joe has a little bit of blue collar Joe in him, but Unity Joe is the guy who says, you know, I know you and I may disagree on some things, but come here, all of you guys. Let's all do this together. Let's get rid of this Trump guy. Let's pull together. Let's remember that really we get along, and it won't be that bad. Then after I'm done, you can do whatever you want. Now that sort of Unity Joe character, we saw it. We saw 2 minutes of it in his opening comments at the debate. And frankly, I thought, again, not on policy, but on politics and delivery, I thought he nailed it, but he couldn't keep it up. He turned into kids get off my lawn Joe on policy issues. And not only is that an unpopular position to take, he's not that good at it. He's not really good at following the policy, and he gets tired. So it didn't go that well for Joe. Kamala Harris was on the defensive. I didn't think she did that well either. Kirsten Gillibrand, who's not a front runner by any means, had her moments, which was more than we could say the last time around, but it didn't really work out. And old Cory Booker got scrappy there and did pretty well. So, and in terms of the real front runners, of course, Biden is, but then there's Bernie and Elizabeth Warren. They're kind of jockeying in the 2-3 spot. Their combined support is which is combined support for a left agenda, is greater than Biden's. And I believe it is anyway. I'd have to check the numbers to see how it is at this moment, but it has been. And they both did great. And they showed that this new philosophy of working together can even extend to debates, because they didn't go after each other once. And I was pretty proud of that too. So we have, in effect, a different model of candidacy where two people neck and neck for the same position don't have to fight each other. They can actually back each other up. I love to see it.